Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy. Judge Mo, welcome to the solo stream that everyone asked for. A lot of questions are being asked in the Premier League. Has Arsenal already won the Premier League? Are people actually given the title to Arsenal now? Absolutely, Arsenal now are in the driving seat of this Premier League. Forget these. Look, my hair is long. I just took a shower, actually. I took a nap and I actually took a shower. Rice is bigger than Caicedo in the chat. Big up everyone that is here. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course. Listen, we're here to talk about the football matches. Amorim is about to get sacked, which is Man United. They're about to get a new manager. Why I'm speaking so fast, I don't know. But listen, a lot of people are asking questions. Hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes live. And I want to hear from you. A lot of people have said, Inter Milan win, and that's why I'm a happy man. See, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. My team is top. We're top of the league. We're top of the league, of course. My team won, and we are top of the league, of course, guys. Hit the like button, and let's get to the news, of course. Why actually, this is going to be a fun. Listen, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to get entertained. I'm here to entertain you, and you are here to entertain me and enjoy. Actually, I'm absolutely fantastic and great news. And listen, today, to be honest with you, it is a collapse. So, okay, you want to start there? Let's absolutely fucking start there. A collapse. Let's start. You want to start? You want to talk about this? You actually want to get there? You want to talk about the collapse? Let me tell you about the collapse. Let me tell you about the collapse. You know what I mean? Because you want to talk about the collapse. I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually, let's talk. Let's actually come to the collapse. Why it's a collapse? Why did Man City collapse? Why did I title this video Man City collapse? Because if this was Arsenal, if Arsenal were chasing, or Arsenal where the pressure is on and they are leading in the 94th minute against the no manager Chelsea, against the Chelsea managed by Dan Potts, Dan Potts, big up Dan, big up 12 Dan podcast. If this was Dan Potts Chelsea, if this was Arsenal playing at Chelsea leading at home, right, cruising in the game, because I thought that Man City should have been 3-4 up, and they collapsed in the 94th minute, there would have been headlines about collapse. You tell me it's not a collapse. We talk about Sunderland, Man City, a guaranteed win for Man City. Am I lying? Someone tell me in the chat, am I lying? But you know the drill. Exact. But if this was Arsenal, Arsenal isn't the standard of winners. But we would have said it's collapse. So you agree with me, Maman. I know you are an objective Man City fan. I know that because you have been a viewer for the channel for a while. And I know that you agree with me. I know that you agree with me. If this was Arsenal and drawing the game like this, you would have said it's a collapse. They would have said Arsenal bottled it. They would have said Arsenal don't have mentality. They would have actually played the Rodri clip. Oh, they don't have the mentality. They don't have mentality to win games. Exactly that. They would, Wallahi al-Azim, they would have been Arsenal bottle jobs. They will bottle the league. Here we go. This would be the reality, huh? This would be the reality. If we're talking about it. Why it's a collapse? Because I thought you were in control. Because I thought this was one of the most boring matches I've watched. Because I saw City, right? City are walking the game. Chelsea players, some of them were really out of their depth in this game. And we saw that. We saw City going 4-on-1. We saw City going 3-on-1s. We saw City 4-on-4, 3-on-3. And they couldn't finish the game and they couldn't kill the game. Right? And it's a collapse. Because after leading the game, after being ahead, after everyone thinking that this game, Chelsea stood up and said, no, we're here to compete. We're here to grab a point and walk away from Manchester down to London. We're going down to London with a point, and we are leaving you chased by 6 points. That's it. You are 6 points behind Arsenal now in a game that you should have won. You were supposed to win. Against Sunderland, you were not clinical. It's the same. You weren't clinical. You weren't clinical. So that's why it's a collapse. That's why it is. You want to tell me it's not a collapse? This is not a collapse from 2 points to 4 points in games that are winnable. You didn't even play tough games. I swear to God, Chelsea today weren't even in the game to win it like this. They weren't in the game like this, Chelsea. Wallahi, Chelsea fans in the chat. I am in a group chat with a lot of Chelsea fans. Lots of Chelsea fans. They're like, oh, we're not here to win. This is not a good game. Oh my God, Chelsea are not there. And the man, look, Dan Potts on the chat, bro. Dan Potts on the screen. It's Dan Potts managing Chelsea. It's Dan Potts managing Chelsea. Wallahi, Chelsea fans. Oh, the game was boring. Tab JJ. The commentators, I had John Champion and Graham Lasso on NBC. John Champion and Graham Lasso. And these are the exact words, okay? I swear to God, the people that in the United States will vouch for this. At minute 80 or 70. That's exactly verbatim what they said, JJ. They said, we have had a fantastic festive period with a lot of games that are exciting, a lot of good scores, a lot of games that get you off their seat. And then John Champion said to Graham Lasso, you don't think this is one of them? He's like, no, this is way far from one of these festive periods. This is exactly what was said, JJ. Verbatim what they said. So it's not Footy Judge Mo who thinks that the game was a little bit dull, right? Because I thought that Man City were so in control, right? And the first half was a little bit dull, boring, because I thought I thought something about this game, and I'm going to be completely honest before we come to the Bournemouth game and come to the other games. Guys, there's over 400 people here. I want to get to 300 likes live. The like button, and I'm going to say again for the people that don't know, helps the channel, right? Helps the channel. The like button pushes the channel to new viewer. So the next target, get to 100 likes, 50 likes away from 100, and then we push to 200. In the next 2 minutes, I want to get. I swear to God, the people that watch the game in the United States, John Champion and Graham Lasso, said this game is not exciting at all. Said the game is not exciting at all. Said that, what is this? And they kept saying, Chelsea cannot play in the second half like this until minute 60. And like, Chelsea should open up a little bit. And then they're like, yeah, Chelsea a little bit took their chances. You know what I mean? Chelsea took a bit of chances. And Chelsea did in the second half. They took a bit of chances. And I think they got into Man City. And then Man City kept having chances. Bro, I know my hair is long. If you guys don't know, my hair is super fucking long. Just to let you know. And I listen, if we're gonna hear a video, I'm gonna get the headphones. Otherwise, I'm doing it with my hair like this. You're gonna have to deal with me with my hair like this, right? With my hair like this. I'm big up Fonzie for the first support to the channel and the first super chat of the channel. But City have injuries more. Injuries. They have a lot of injuries. But Arsenal don't have injuries. We know that Arsenal have their whole team fit. Havertz is fit. We know that Saliba was fit all season. We know Gabriel was fit. We know Timba is fit. We know Calafiori was fit all season. We know that. We know Odegaard was fit. We know Saka was fit all season. We know this. We know. We know City have injuries. So would Arsenal. Arsenal had a lot of injuries. I remember one game when Arsenal had Saliba, Gabriel, and Mosquera out. And nobody, by the way, give them any, by the way, nobody, and I wanna be completely honest, okay? No one spoke about every time people were talking about Arsenal when they didn't have the injuries, they follow it up with one thing, but they have the deepest squad. But that's why they have the squad. So today, Man City had 2 center backs are fit, which is Ake and Kozanov. And we said that on MHF. You guys think I have an agenda, but I keep the same energy. Arsenal, when I was talking to Arsenal fans, right? When I was talking to them, what they said to me is, no one should give us excuses. We have the depth. If Mosquera and Hincapié played, we have the depth. They said that. They literally said. And every time we hear anybody, and by the way, I believe that today Chelsea didn't have 3 of the most important players. Cucurella, Sanchez, Caicedo, they weren't fit. Cucurella, we saw the difference between Cucurella. Bro, the guy didn't know who to play left back. Like the manager, I don't know his name. He wanted to play left back for Chelsea. Jarrell Hato is literally an under 21 player. He's not ready to play in the Premier League. Hato is not ready to play in the Premier League. We saw his touches. We saw his passes. He's too scared to play in the Premier League. Cucurella's out. Fofana's out. Colwell is out. Caicedo's out. Sanchez was not there. But all these players, Isogo, whatever his name is, I've never seen him, is out. All these players are out. But no one, you don't want to talk about it? But now people say, but City have injuries and 2 center backs was injured out. I remember one game Arsenal had both center backs out. Timber had to step in to play center back. But no one wants to give them leeway. None of the people that actually were talking about Arsenal wanted to give a leeway. So why do you want me? Why do you want me to actually give them the leeway, Manchester City? I'm not. I'm not cooking Man City. I'm not sitting here cooking Manchester City. I'm just asking for what you think. Good question. Are City good or not? Are we good? Just to make your point, I think you're okay, but you are not the Sharks of old. You're not the same City of old. I thought Shirky and Foden clicked 3 games ago for like 5-6 games before, and I saw the team looked good. Nico Gonzalez, but Nico Gonzalez was out. Rodri played very well today, but the rest of the midfield looked good against Chelsea. You just didn't have the killer instinct to actually win the game. And I said that City high line will get exposed. And it got exposed again. You're not the City of old, 100%. You're not the City of old. Paz, what is wrong with you? You're right. Did you like the video even, Paz? Did you share it? Like the video, Paz. Hit the like button. You can get us to 100 likes. Paz, look at my hair. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely nuts. If you want to analyze the game, the XG doesn't tell the whole story. The XG doesn't tell the whole story. Because I saw that Man City created abundance of opportunities. Haaland should have scored a couple. Haaland had a couple of chances. Haaland hit the post. There, unlucky. Haaland hit the post, unlucky. Fair enough. Haaland had another chance. Right? I'm on Ahwa on Wednesday. On Wednesday. It's that transition. By the way, in the first half, Cole Palmer was off. João Pedro was off. Neto was trash. Right? Estevao got cooked. Correct? Chelsea many times get the ball in the nice area or the good area to get the pass, to do this, to do that, and they don't. And they don't do it. Right? And they don't do it. So if you want to talk about today's game, Chelsea didn't have opportunities because their players failed. That is what happened today. But you cannot say we have depth for the center-back position when we only have Kuzanov, Ake, and Stones are washed players. They are finished. What are we doing here? Great. Fantastic. Let me discuss this very quickly. So why on paper Mosquera is better than Kuzanov? Kuzanov is more expensive. Kuzanov have been more with the City team. They're kind of the same age, if I'm not mistaken. Pep Guardiola chose Kuzanov. Arsenal bought Mosquera for like 11 million. So on paper, Kuzanov is supposed to be better than Mosquera. On paper, he's supposed to be, right? Nathan Ake or Hincapié. Nathan Ake is more experienced. Nathan Ake is a treble winner. Nathan Ake is good enough. Again, it's a choice. That is a choice of players. You had two center backs available on the bench that came on. And by the way, I don't think if you want to talk about losing the game, you lost, you actually drew the game. Center backs or not center back, you had the chance to kill off the game earlier. Didn't you? But he isn't better than Mosquera, but on paper, he's supposed to be better than Mosquera. I hope that you understand. On paper, Kuzanov is more expensive. Kuzanov has more experience. Kuzanov has played more games in the Premier League, so he on paper should be better. We're not talking about here day and night. You know what I mean? We're not talking about here and night. But I don't think there is excuses, as Paz here is saying. I don't think there's excuses from Man City today to not win against a dead Chelsea fans themselves will tell you they were dead. Dead. Neto, dead. Estevao, dead. João Pedro, dead. Palmer, dead. Badia Chill, dead. Shalaba, dead. And I mean dead today. Tell me I'm lying. You dropped 2 points. Today. Massive 2 points. I will give you the Sunderland away game. I will do that. It's fine. Tough game. You went away from home. However, I was hearing from a lot of people that City are going to slap Sunderland. I was hearing it's an easy game. I was hearing 2-3-0. I was hearing confidence. I was hearing this. I was hearing City are going to slap Sunderland. I was hearing City are going to be ahead of Arsenal. In the same breath, I was hearing when Arsenal got scored. And I'm not here vouching for Arsenal. I'm just stating the facts, guys. You guys think I'm against Man City or against this or against that. I'm not. I'm just stating the fact. And I have to keep the same energy. Because you guys, the viewers, the social media people, the people that come on the channels with us, they cook Arsenal. When Arsenal dropped points against Sunderland, people said the mentality is not there. When Arsenal lost last minute to Aston Villa, people said Arsenal don't have mentality. So we're going to keep the same energy. Tactically, Pep has changed again. This game. if Liverpool win against Arsenal, I think it will be very, very funny. I think it will be very, very funny. I can't remember the names, but a lot of people in the chat. A lot of people in the chat, and you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people in the chat were saying this. Just 2 weeks ago. Just 2 weeks ago, a lot of people were saying that. Big up my man, Kika. Big up for the support and the super chat. You can tell I'm in a good mood because Arsenal slapped Bologna and we are top of my league. So you know. Right? I can't believe the City fans are crying about injuries. Who of you cared when Arsenal bottled it because they had to play Holding and Nketiah? Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Nobody said they bottled it. Nobody. Everyone last season said the Arsenal didn't have injury. By the way, everyone last season said the Arsenal should have won the league. Okay, forget 22-23, okay? Last season, when Arsenal fans said that they had injuries, they said you actually should have won it. If Man City fall down, it's your turn to win the league and Liverpool won it ahead of you. I'm not an Arsenal fan at all. I'm not at all. I'm wearing an Inter shirt, Habibi. You can get yours on okjersey.com. You can get yours here. okjersey.com, you can get yours. Alhamdulillah, I'm an Inter fan. If I'm an Arsenal fan, why do I have a City shirt here? And I'm just going to tell you something, guys. And I'm going to say once and for all, right? Once and for all for the people. Do you guys know that if I was an Arsenal fan, I'm going to tell you something about this. You know, guys, if I'm an Arsenal fan, YouTube would be much easier for me. You know that, right? Because I would be on like 150,000 subs or 100,000 subs. You know how easy it is for me to sit here and tell you I'm an Arsenal fan? And by the way, even when I started YouTube, it was much easier for me to say I'm an Arsenal fan because Arsenal were very relevant then. When I started YouTube, Arsenal were like relevant. So it was very easy. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would love to be an Arsenal fan. I would love to be supporting a Premier League fan. I would love to have my heart going for a Premier League team because I would be on 100,000 subs. See? Like seriously, I would absolutely be on 100,000 subs. Easy, just like this. Tell me I'm wrong. So for me, I was never an Arsenal fan. I never supported Arsenal. I never supported Man City. I never supported any of the Premier League teams. I never did this. And I don't think I will. Like I support one club and I never changed my club in my life. Always supported one club. Always supported one club. So you see how easy it is. I could have been. Oh, if I'm an Arsenal fan, I swear to God, I would have been on 100,000. You got the thing about it is that you guys know this. Well, you guys know this. If I'm an Arsenal fan, I need someone to give me one good reason to hide it. I'll make way more money for my family on YouTube. Like, should I just fake that I'm an Arsenal fan? I'll fake it. I'll sit down and I'll fake it. If I'm Michelle, if I'm a Chelsea fan, I'll be on 100,000 subs tomorrow. You guys have watched my watch-alongs with Inter. If I do these watch-alongs, I'll be one of the most famous watch-along people on the internet. If I support Arsenal or Chelsea or Man City, I'll be on 100,000 subs because my watch-alongs themselves will be the most famous watch-alongs on the internet. Do you guys watch me? Have you guys seen me support Inter and watch Inter? It's ridiculous, huh? You guys think about it from this way. Big up Hamid Habibi. Where are you in the league? I'm looking down, Hamid, at you in the league. That Inter shirt is good, awful. It's very good. It's a fantastic shirt. Your shirts are ugly. Your shirts are ugly. Get your Milan shirts, Hamid, from OK Jersey then. Use my code. Hamid, get your Milan shirt and use my code. But anyway, can we go back to the football and end this? You're an Arsenal fan shit. Can we get back to the football? And can we get to 300 likes? There's 550 people here in the emergency solo stream that a lot of people asked for. If you were a fan of the only team in Milan, 100K, Hamid, there is not a lot of online fans for your club. There is not a lot of online. Go check the Milan fan channels. There's not a lot. There's not a lot, Hamid. Put the fries in the back. I went to Milan many times. There's more Inter fans than Milan fans in the city. Put the fries in the bag. You know that. You're on, even when you glaze, you admit and give your. I try, JJ. I try. Allah Hamid, you got cooked. Even Fonzie's like, that's not even a lot in person. You got cooked. You gotta acknowledge the slip up calling Inter, Milan, Arsenal. It is. You gotta acknowledge the slip up calling Inter, Milan, Arsenal. What? City are gonna get Semenyo, and City are gonna get a center back. They will have to get a center back. I don't think he trusts Ake and Kuzanov. I'm talking quickly. I don't think he trusts Kuzanov. What are you saying, Paz? Honestly, it has been a spectacular day. It has been a good week. Actually. I called Inter Arsenal. So why do I have all these Inter shirts? Move on from this. I said Arsenal. I said Inter. Who cares? You guys care so much. I don't know what's in it for you guys to prove that I support Arsenal, which is very strange actually to me, that you guys care so much that I said that I like, you have to be supporting in Arsenal. You have to. Otherwise, what are we doing? You and Fonzie, both unbelievable frauds. We're not frauds. Fonzie being called out in the chat is crazy. Why are you calling out Fonzie? Why are we calling out Fonzie? We can do a joint Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan. What are you saying? But listen, our people, that is a very good question. It's a very good question. Right here. Do Arsenal need a big gap of points because of the UEFA Champions League run in April? I want Arsenal to reach the final. But do people still believe that Arsenal need to have, right? Oh my God. خلاص Paz. It looks like you're free, Paz. It looks like you have time in your hand. Let me do this. But reality is, if you wanna actually be serious for once, Man City have changed a little bit how they play. Manchester City have played, and it's actually playing in the opposition's hand, the high line and all this stuff, and the defenders, and Nico O'Reilly's form have dropped. Absolutely, it has dropped. I thought Matthias Nunes is not playing, but I thought the system is the thing that is failing the players, actually. I genuinely, I thought that the system is the thing that is failing the Man City. Along with that clinicality, you're not clinical enough. Man City are not clinical enough, and it will cost you the season. You know, you scored 1 goal today, which is brilliant goal by Rangers. And then after this, you created abundance of chances. But I still think defensively, you allow so many chances. You allow so many opportunities. Not chances, opportunities. And it takes one good pass and it takes one good cross for you to draw the game because you're not clinical. And I know that you have had clean sheets lately. You didn't allow goals and didn't allow a lot. But the gap now between Arsenal and Man City in terms of the goal difference, you remember when we were doing the goal difference on this channel, you guys remember when we were doing the goal difference on this channel, I said that gap can disappear within like a week or two. It just happened. Arsenal slapped Villa 4-1. They win 3-2. And Man City 2 draws. That 5-6 goal, what is it? It's a 4 goal difference between the two teams. It collapsed right away. It was Arsenal on 20 or 21 and City were on 26. It collapsed. So goal difference is now zilch. Nothing. 26 here and 26 there. But it tells you the difference between the two teams and everyone else. Because if you look at the goal difference of the other teams, it's just different, right? It's so different between City, Arsenal, and the rest of the league. However, Aston Villa are punching above their weight, and I'm not expecting Aston Villa to actually be where they are now. And actually, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, City currently are on course to get 80 points only. And that aligns with what I thought in the beginning of the season in the range between 75 and 80 points. And it aligns with that. Like City currently are on 42 points after 20 games. So let's do the calculator. Let's do the math. Let's bring up the calculators and let's do the math. If we do 42 divide by 20, right? And then we do times 38. City are on course for 80 points exactly. That aligns. That aligns with what I said. 80 points will not win you the league. Unless you pick up the form massively in the second half of the season, where you still have to go to the Etihad, you still have to go to Old Trafford, you still have to go to Stamford Bridge. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy unless City actually improve massively, because this city, right, as it stands, isn't the team to pick up the form to actually get in the second half of the season, like in 19 games, to get 50 points to end on 92 points or 48 points. Can Man City do it second half of the season to get 90 points? Maybe. Do I see it happening? No. Currently, as it stands, let me do the Arsenal one. 48 divided by 20 times 38. Arsenal are on course for 91 points, 91 plus, which will win them the league if that is the projection. Assuming that Arsenal will drop points in the same amount of games, right? So if we look at the league table currently as it stands, right, Arsenal have dropped points in 5 games out of 25 of 20. That means Arsenal dropped points in 25% of their games. So in the coming games, Arsenal can still drop points in 5 games and still can get to 90 points. You get the deal? We know that Liverpool are out of the race. And actually, I actually think that Liverpool deserve a lot of cooking, actually. Liverpool deserve a lot of cooking. Apart from Man City, Man City are doing what we expected them to do. Be third. Chelsea are failing and Liverpool are failing massively. Liverpool deserve a lot of cooking, actually. Because for Liverpool, after 20 games to be 14 points behind Arsenal, how big of a failure that is. And again, I'm measuring it based on the expectations of your team. Based on the expectations of your team. Liverpool, after signing all these players to be 14 points behind the league leaders, is ridiculous. Liverpool are on course to get 67 points. That is a disastrous season. That is a disastrous season. Arsenal are the only team currently is doing exactly what I expected. City are doing as I expected or a little bit better. A little bit better. So City now are doing kind of similar to what I expected. I expected City to end with 80 points, 82 points, something similar to that. Right? But Liverpool are failing massively. They deserve the cooking, but the problem is you're not going to beat up a dead man. You're not going to beat up a dead man. They are dead. The team is dead. The manager is dead. And the whole fan base, to be honest with you, Liverpool now are in their own world. Liverpool now are in their own world. You know what I mean? And the manager is not sacked. How are we this? You are in a rebuild season, but you bypass the rebuild. You did bypass the rebuild by spending the money. And if you get Semenyo and if you get Gehi, how is that a rebuild? Don't you spend more money for a rebuild or no? Isn't that the reality? Right? Isn't that the reality? This is how it looks, right? Like you spend the money to rebuild. You have the financial leeway and you are getting, and I'm telling you, maybe you last summer, but in January you spent a lot of money. So currently, as it stands, if City go on and get Semenyo and Gehi, within 1 year, it takes it to $500 million. Rebuild. You are in a rebuild. Yeah, in January, and then last summer you signed player, and now how is that like that much money? And you're talking, and also you got ready-made players like Reinders, like Nouri. These are ready-made players. Nico Gonzalez is supposed to be good, but I don't wanna hang on the rebuild and stuff like this. You know, I don't want to take the whole show on the rebuild. I wanna actually talk about other things as well. We haven't even spoken about Declan Rice, about Arsenal. I know that the majority of the talk, and I want to mention something about Chelsea quickly before we actually go and actually see what is going on. It looks like, and let me just get this on the screen. It looks like, as it stands now, that, let me see, guys, do you guys hear this or no?
There are any last-minute.
Interviewed for the role as Chelsea's head coach tomorrow and remains the leading candidate for the job. Our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol, is on the line with more. Kaveh, what can you tell us when it comes to Liam Rosenior becoming the new Chelsea head coach?
Is set to become the next Chelsea head coach unless there are any last-minute issues, and I don't really foresee there being any last-minute issues. Look, it's going to be a very busy day of meetings at Chelsea tomorrow. What's happened today is that Liam Rosenior, who currently is, of course, the head coach of Strasbourg, has flown into London to have these meetings with the Chelsea sporting leadership team tomorrow. But he's not the only person who's flown in from Strasbourg, because the Strasbourg president, Mark Keller, and also their sporting director, David Weir, have also flown in to London. Now, the reason they've flown into London is, one, they're going to have talks with the Blueco. Blueco is the consortium that owns Chelsea and Strasbourg, but they're also going to interview replacements for Liam Rosenior.
Long story short is that I'm going to tell you guys something for real. And I want to hear from Chelsea fans, right? Should we keep our powder dry? Should we actually sit here and say that there is hope? Or should we make the conclusion that this Chelsea project is failing miserably? That Chelsea are finished? That Chelsea currently, as it stands, as a top club currently that wants to battle for the Premier League, that wants to battle for the Champions League, these owners have destroyed the football club. These owners have absolutely killed everything about the club. Is that fair to say? Is that fair to say? To be honest with you, I want to ask the question because, you know, when we keep talking about football clubs and their aspirations, hiring Matisse as your manager, as a Chelsea, is basically killing the ambition of the club. They're killing the ambition of the club. It's this Chelsea being done at the top, the Chelsea that we know for the last 20 years is done. The Chelsea that when people started paying attention more to the Premier League in the eras of the 2000s, is that Chelsea finished? Is that Chelsea done? Is that Chelsea project absolutely finished? Are these owners killing what the Chelsea we knew? I feel bad for Chelsea, to be honest. I feel bad for Chelsea fans. They had hope, though. They had hope. They had Palmer and Caicedo better than Rice, and they had Enzo better than Odegaard, and they had Cucurella better than Calafiori, and they had Fofana better than Saliba. They had players. They had players, and they had players that they thought it would bring the club back to the glory days. They thought that they have players to actually will be able to battle the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City, right? They thought that winning the Club World Cup, winning the Conference League, playing in the Champions League, is that the reality now of Chelsea? And I'm telling you now, and I'm going to tell you now, I actually think that the players might actually leave the club. If I'm Cole Palmer, I want to go. That has nothing to do with Chelsea, because the Chelsea that maybe Cole Palmer knew 10 years ago when he was 10 years old or 12 years old is dead, is done. The Chelsea that used to attract the top players only. The Chelsea that used to hire and fire managers that won Champions Leagues. Chelsea that used to fire managers that won the league is dead. This Chelsea is new. This Chelsea is different. This is the business capital Chelsea. This is capitalism Chelsea. This is not Chelsea the winners. These are the capitalist Chelsea. This is the owners of Chelsea that are destroying the damn club. He's going to throw it. Why are you assuming that he's not going to throw a tantrum? Why are you assuming that he's not going to throw a tantrum? Why? And also, why are we assuming that he's not going to hand a transfer request? He don't care about Chelsea like that. Cole Palmer is not Chelsea through and through. Cole Palmer is not a proper Chelsea. He ain't. Cole Palmer is not. I don't think he even supported Chelsea as a youngster. He might be a Man United fan. He ain't Chelsea through and through. He makes some money at Chelsea. He liked the group. The group was together. The likes of Caicedo, Enzo, coming a youngster like Estevao, you know. The group was together. But he ain't through and through. He ain't Chelsea through. He ain't in love with the football club. He wasn't like a fan when he was a youngster to play for the shirt and stuff like this. Like I'm going to tell you, for example, at Inter, we have Federico Di Marco, who was a kid supporting Inter since he was a little kid. That's someone that plays for the shirt. There are other players. Like you guys know, everyone at Chelsea know, right? Yeah, Habibi, but we know the contract. Isak had a contract, Wally. I respect you, broski. Isak had a contract. Harry Kane had a contract at Spurs. They had contract. They had contract. We know that in this day and age, the contracts mean nothing. We know that in this day and age, we know that you can absolutely throw a tantrum and throw your toys out of the pram, and then you're out of the club for the right money. He can go on a strike. He can actually go and out the whole board. He can go and out because Cole Palmer is a very talented footballer. He's like Isak. You know, Cole Palmer is like Isak. So he can go and throw a massive tantrum and say, promises are broken. They promised us we will build a team. They promised us we'll challenge for trophies. He can go and out the whole project in the media. He can go and out them. All of them. He can say they promised us something and we're in for something else. They are doing something else. He can say that. He can say this. But I don't think you get my point though. My point is, in this day and age, contracts mean fuck all. It doesn't have to be 150 million. Cole Palmer can say, you got me for 30 million, 100 million, and I'm gone. And I'm telling you something. If someone offers 100 million for Cole Palmer, he's gone. He's gone like that. Guys, can we get to 300 likes live? We got 600 people in the house. Can we get to 300 likes live? I want to hear. I want to see what is going to justify him staying at the club? Nothing. Nothing. And I'm telling you something. From outside, they lied to Cole Palmer. They lied to Caicedo. They lied to Enzo. These owners are liars and they lied. They lied. And I'm sure they promised him more signings and better signings and all this stuff. I'm sure they did. Fabian Ruiz might be the bench and Cole Palmer might be the midfielder for Luis Enrique. We know that. The Isak situation happened. Exactly, my friend here is saying the Isak situation happened. Sean is telling you it happened. It just happened 5 months ago. He can go on a strike. He can go on a strike. Bro. He can go on a strike without a shadow of a doubt. You're telling me that he won't? And by the way, I'm going to say this. As I said for Kobe Mainoo, I'm going to say that. As I said for Kobe Mainoo, huh? I said that for Kobe Mainoo and people didn't believe me. I said that for Kobe Mainoo and people didn't believe me. for the better of Cole Palmer. If the project is going to continue like this, he has to go. And I know if you're a Chelsea fan, you'll be upset with what I'm saying. I know that. I know I'm hurting your feeling. I know I am hurting your feeling. I know that for a fact. And I know it's not right. And I know if I want to think about Chelsea, Cole Palmer must stay. I know that. But I want you to sit down with yourself and look in the mirror and say this. If you were Cole Palmer's cousin or close friend or agent, would you advise Cole Palmer to stay at the club or go on strike? I want an honest answer. Genuinely. I want the Chelsea fans in the chat to give me an honest answer. If you want to advise Cole Palmer, if you are his cousin, right, and you are not a Chelsea fan, I want you to think objectively. Would you advise Cole Palmer to stay at Chelsea or leave the club? I would advise him to leave. Why? Can you tell me why stay? Why stay? Why stay at the club? Why stay at the club? Why would he stay at the club? More, you need to first, you hate Chelsea and keep taking shots at us about being world champions. You're crying now because you know I speak the truth. You're crying now. Again, people, only honest people will get what I'm saying. Only honest people in their heart of heart, right? In their heart of hearts, they will actually get what I'm saying. Only honest people will get what I'm saying. Because I know that you sitting by yourself is saying that the owners are destroying the club. I know that for a fact, bro. You don't need to tell me yes or no. I know that for a fact that you are saying this. For a fact that you are saying this. You are crying because you are seeing your club being destroyed in front of you. But you can't be honest. Correct? You cannot be honest. You can't. Where you are sitting on the table now, the manager they are hiring, where Chelsea is at right now, the sporting directors, the direction of the club, how are they managing this? And the project is failing. And Chelsea fans know this. And Chelsea fans know exactly what I'm talking about. You should not be hiring Liam Rezenior, whatever his name is. I keep forgetting his name. You literally, guys, it is that the project is failing. At least an honest Chelsea fan here, it is failing. We know that Rezenior, whatever his name is, most likely will not. He might listen. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about the guy. He might succeed. He might succeed, right? But it's a very slim chance that he succeeds. If you want to talk about your best players for the better of them, thinking from a neutral perspective, they should go. Why would they stay at the... As much as I said to Man United fans, for the better of the development of Kobe Mainoo, he should leave, I'm going to say the same. Same shit. Doesn't change. Don't change my energy. As I said about, by the way, William Saliba. As I said about Bukayo Saka. I said if Arsenal keep failing and Arsenal don't win and they don't see that the team is going forward, they should go. Why not go? I said the same. I said the same. They have not given up on what? They have not given up on what? On the project or the new coach? They have not given up on what? I know that you have given up. I know that you have given up on the project. I know that for a fact. I know that you are thinking that the project is failing currently. I know that for a fact. So why the players should think that's different than you? You're a smart guy. You are smart. The players are smart. Their cousins are smart. Their agents are smart. Right? I don't know anything about him. He might turn out to be the Messiah. He might turn out to be the best thing that happens in sliced bread. I don't know anything about him. But I know one thing, that no Chelsea fan, not one Chelsea fan is happy with this assignment. Not one. There is not one Chelsea fan that is happy with this guy, Rezenior, assignment. So to me, I'm looking at this and I'm like, come on. Are we now looking at the Chelsea project with the Resenior? Whatever his name is, Liam Resenior? It's a bad decision, bro. You know it, it's a bad decision. They tried an NBA style build with no draft picks. These guys, and I'm telling you, Matisse is happy that he's managing Chelsea 100%. I don't know who is advising these guys at the board of Chelsea. I have no idea who's advising them. I don't know who's giving them advice about football, about how to run a football club, but I don't think they are running a football club. I think the problem is they think they're going to make money off this. If Chelsea stop winning, they're not going to make enough money. It's Iqbali. Iqbali thinks he can run a football club. Iqbali thinks he's going to go and he can run a football club. Broski, I saw the interview that he did and it's absolutely ridiculous. JJ, big up. Mo, I'm not saying he's ready for a big job now, but I have followed his team playing style from Hull and Strasbourg. So is he good? Tell us. Is he good? Is he going to take Chelsea? Okay. I measure Chelsea Football Club by this. Chelsea Football Club should be challenging for titles. Should be one of the best teams in Europe. Should be up there with the best of the best. Even if you don't win. But you should be up with the best of the best. Like Chelsea should not be up there. Like should not be equal to Villa even. Chelsea should be ahead of Villa. Because, again, I'm going to repeat it again. You have amazing players. You have very, very good players. Chelsea. Super good players. That it's haram that they're being wasted. That is being wasted. I watched the interview in the beginning when he took over Chelsea. I swear to God, I'm not a Chelsea fan and my blood was boiling. Like, I'm not a Chelsea fan and my blood was boiling. When he's talking about a sustainable business model, we need to make profit. And I'm like, bro, you just took over one of the biggest clubs in the world. Fan base wise, you got amazing players, you got Champions Leagues, and you got league titles. You're up there. You had some of the best managers in the history of the new era. Ancelotti's, Mourinho's. You had Conte. You had Gus Hiddink. You had amazing players, and you're talking about fucking making profit in your first interview after taking the club. Is that what you're talking about? Like an owner coming into a football club like this should be talking about winning trophies and bringing back the club. Like even what's his name? Ineos. What's his name? Jim Ratcliffe was talking about winning trophies and bringing back the club where they are and all the stuff. Not like so forget that he thinks about the business. But you should be smart. But you should, you know what I mean? Even if inside you, even in your mind, you are thinking about the money and the business. Tell the fans what they want to hear. You just fucking took over their own club that they supported for years. And you're talking about profit. A sustainable business model. A sustainable business model. Profit. You need to make money and this and that. But at least tell the fans what they want to hear. Like you're already putting them in depression mode before you even start running your fucking project. A fucking prick. That's a dick move. Like I'm now thinking about it and my blood is boiling more. It's like, has anyone told you what to say in an interview, bro? Business model, making profit. After you took over a club that just won the Champions League a year ago or 2 years ago when you took over, you're talking about business model and profit. Have some shame. Have some shame. Chelsea, rest in peace. Rest in peace. It was a good run. It was a great 20 years run. You were the most successful team in England over the 20 years before Man City took over. It's rest in peace. R.I.P. Chelsea. R.I.P. I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. I feel bad for you. Genuinely. I feel bad for you. It was a good run. It was a good run. It was a good run. Great history, though. Fantastic period. 5 league titles, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, 2 Club World Cups, 2 Super Cups. Great run, though. Phenomenal. Amazing. Numerous finals. Memorable moments, memorable league titles. Phenomenal period. Winning the league in the last day in goal difference against Man United. Phenomenal difference. No, rest in peace, the club we know, Michel. Because you know, Michel, that since I started watching the Premier League, Chelsea, every time you turn on the TV, they are a team to speak about. They're a team to speak about winning titles. They are a team to speak about in the Champions League. We remember 2008 final. We remember the robbery of 2009 when Chelsea should have been in another final. We remember the semi-finals before in 2006. We remember Delorno versus Messi. We remember all these things. I remember when Mourinho took over and everyone was speaking about Chelsea. We remember these things. I remember Chelsea under Ancelotti. Remember the Champions League runs. We remember the Munich day. We all remember these things. Great. They're fucking up the club, Michel. They're fucking up the club. Did I give you depression, Michel? Did I give you depression? Did I get you depression? Michel, I'm sorry. But that's the reality. Even if Enzo Maresca was sacked, they should have hired Javi. Should have hired a good coach. We schooled you. You know that. You had John Terry spinning like a ballerina when Diego Milito spun him to score the goal. What? He didn't see what has happened to him. John Terry, your best center back in your history, was spun. And Diego Milito scored near post. You know that. Anyway, it was a good game, though. We remember Samuel Eto'o. We remember what happened. We're very close to 200 likes, and I like it. I like it. You guys, and I want to move on to talk about a little bit Arsenal and the title race again, City and Arsenal, all the stuff. Right? But I really want to ask. I'm going to ask you guys, and I want to be honest. Should we back the Chelsea? Should we buy stocks in Chelsea? Should we buy stocks in this Liam Rosenior guy? Should we buy stocks that Palmer will stay and Caicedo will stay and Enzo will stay? Should we buy stocks in them? Should we actually buy stocks and think that they're going to get better? And should we? Because there are people that are talking about Chelsea winning the champs. Because we are talking about people that think, Ya akhi, wallahi, in the beginning of this season, I thought that Enzo Maresca would cook. They're going to get him players. Oh, Chelsea were linked. Woo. It's Xavi Simons. Chelsea started talking about Ekitike. Chelsea started talking about a forward. Chelsea were talking about buying players that will get Maresca tools for him to actually do stuff. You know what? I got behind. I thought, oh, Chelsea won the Club World Cup. They did well. You know what I mean? They ended the season well. Enzo Maresca's fixing things. You know what I mean? And then they bought Garnacho and Gittins and Hato and these guys. You did dodge a bullet, but I'm talking about the direction and what was spoken about then. But anyway, I actually want to go back. I want to think about something. I want to apologize first. I want to apologize for the Inter, Sean. For Inter. Of course. I want to apologize. I'm going to be here apologizing. We apologize about the take of Declan Rice. Declan Rice, Habibi, I am sorry. Declan Rice, Habibi, I am very sorry. I'm very sorry. You are currently the best midfielder in the league. Currently, you are. The consistency is mad. Like, bro, right back he plays, central midfielder he plays, DM he plays. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Wallah, it's crazy. And I keep saying this, and I said that yesterday, and people didn't believe me. I said that yesterday, and people didn't believe me. JJ, why do you think I'm glazing? You know what glazing is, right? Glazing is lying to please someone. To please someone. Glazing, the definition of glazing is lying on the facts when you know the facts to please someone. But alhamdulillah, I might be wrong sometimes. I might say the wrong opinion because none of us get things all the time right, JJ. But alhamdulillah, I don't sit and talk in front of a camera and say stuff that I don't believe in regarding anybody, by the way. The only time you might catch me actually being biased and more biased is maybe when I watch Inter. Because logically speaking, I will be biased when I watch Inter because it's my team. You know, I would call a penalty not a penalty or a foul not a foul. I would scream. I would say the referee is a fraud because I'm an Inter fan. That's just natural, you know. But I don't sit here and lie to actually, as you say, to please someone. Alhamdulillah. I don't need to please anyone. Listen, I'm gonna say something about this Declan Rice Gerrard thing. I don't think they are similar. I think Declan Rice, Gerrard is better player than him currently as it stands. I think Gerrard had more weapons. However, I think Declan Rice had a great engine. And I think Declan Rice can actually reach a level of scoring goals and actually contribute to the attacking side more, and because he's doing it, right? Right? But the reality is, if Declan Rice, and I'm going to actually ask something. If Declan Rice if Rice this season and Arsenal win the Premier League, and I asked this on my match reaction yesterday, actually. And guys, can I get to 300 likes live? Hit the like button, people, and subscribe if you are new here. If Declan Rice win a Premier League and win a PFA Player of the Season, correct? Now that's one Premier League. I know that Gerrard won the Champions League in 2005. Probably it's a carry job, right? Where does that leave him in the legacy? Right? Because Paul Scholes never won Player of the Season, but he won plenty of Premier Leagues. I think Lampard, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he won Player of the Season or not, Lampard, but Lampard is, for me, is the number one midfielder in the Premier League, in my opinion. I'll just love Frank Lampard, to be honest. But if Declan Rice does this, where does that leave him in terms of legacy, though? Where does that leave him in terms of legacy? I still think that Rice, there is one thing that Rice lack and doesn't do that I think that maybe Gerrard has over him is the creativity to create big chances from open play. Rice can shoot, Rice can deliver set pieces, Rice can do all of this. The only thing that I don't see Rice do is create these chances from open play, the through passes here and there. That's what he doesn't do, right? That's what he doesn't do, in my opinion. But other than this, I think his defensive attributes is crazy. I think actually attacking wise, he can actually be a weapon in shooting. And I said, if Mikel Arteta allow him to go forward more and gives him the license to support the attack, I think he can end the season in a lot. By the way, it's not only me saying that, Mookie. There is a lot of people that actually do this, actually, about Declan Rice and Steven Gerrard. Tevin is very honest. He said Rice has a long way to go before he can compare to this man. We should keep him out of the Gerrard Lampard school KDB discussion. And I agree with you. He's not there. And I don't think he's there even in terms of playing style. He's not KDB. I don't think he's Gerrard in playing style. I don't think he's Lampard. By the way, Lampard is one of the most underrated midfielders in the history of the Premier League for a couple of reasons. Because I think that people actually, because Lampard scored a lot of goals, they actually talk about the goals. But Lampard had plenty of assists. And Lampard used to contribute defensively to the team. Lampard used to have a massive engine for Chelsea, but no one wants to talk about that. So apart from the trophies, because we don't do the trophies thing. I don't want to do the trophies thing. But Declan Rice currently, right, as it stands, is one of the best midfielders in the league, actually, if not the best. The reason why, it is not only the engine, it's not only what he possesses, it's the consistency of doing these things. It's the 8 out of 10 for a consecutive of 10, 15 games. With 2 games in the middle, with giving you a 10 out of 10. He is one of the most consistent midfielders currently in the Premier League, or the most consistent midfielders. Right? That is what is not spoken about enough. What is not spoken about enough is stepping on the midfield as Declan Rice and giving you that consistent, especially this season. He's been very consistent this season. I can remember a game when he's like a 5 out of 10. They had a stinker this season. But he's part of Arsenal being top of the league, isn't he? Isn't he part of Arsenal? He has 7 assists and 3 goals, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. He has 7 GA. He has 3 assists and he has 4 goals this season. And I think it's on... And I actually think it's on Mikel Arteta a little bit. I think it's on Mikel Arteta a little bit that he doesn't allow him to go forward enough, actually, for Arsenal. I would like to see Rice actually go forward more, crash the 18, be at the edge of 18 like what he did, and actually be inside the box to actually get some goal. I like to see that because I think he has it in his locker. Genuinely, I believe he has it in his locker. Right? By the way, just to let you know, when Rice played as a DM, I think he won like 8 man of the matches or something, or 7 man of the matches in like 12, 15 games or something like this. He was actually a good DM at that time, but Arsenal had a system that allowed Odegaard to drop deep. Havertz was playing the second striker and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Someone is saying, why is Eze not playing? So why are we talking about Eze? So why are you trying to find the problems at Arsenal? You're not an Arsenal fan, so you definitely are trying to actually find the problems. You know what I mean? But if you're telling me this season, the thing about it, I know that he hasn't been good, Eze. He hasn't played a minute in 4 games, but I like Eze. I like Eze. I don't know if he's going to come good for Arsenal or not, but I don't think Arsenal fans care as long as they're winning games. As long as they are winning games. To be honest with you, I don't think they will care. And also, like Rory actually broke it down on his Instagram pretty well, on his YouTube. He said that, where do you want Eze to play? Odegaard is killing it, right? And Declan Rice is there and Zubamendi is killing it. Where can he play? On the left? He actually didn't play well on the left. There will be more game time for him because Arsenal might, I don't know if he's going to start against Chelsea or not in 10 days or something, because I know that Arsenal play Arsenal actually play they play Liverpool Thursday, they play Chelsea. When do they play Chelsea? The Wednesday after, so I believe, yeah, maybe that will happen, to be honest with you. Imagine having Eze on the bench. The Arsenal bench is very, very strong, to be honest with you. It's super strong. I think Rice currently is the best midfielder on the Arsenal team. Is the best midfielder on the Arsenal team. There is no 2 Wednesdays from us. So this Wednesday, then Wednesday after. And the weekend, there are no games. It's FA Cup weekend, right? This coming game is FA Cup, correct? And who plays in the FA Cup? Like Arsenal play on Sunday, play Portsmouth on Sunday, and then Wednesday. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, and there is the Tuesday, Arsenal versus Inter. Arsenal Inter. Tuesday. January 20th. And Arsenal built their squad, and they have actually built a squad to have a good bench. To have a good bench. That is the reality. The league is now currently as it's. I think actually now we can actually say that Arsenal are favorites to win the league and by a big margin. I'm backing Arsenal to win it. If you're asking me, I'm backing Arsenal to win it. I don't know Resenwar, and also I think Arsenal having the second leg at the Emirates is gonna be is a advantage for them. Arsenal were lucky that the draw put them at the Emirates in the second game. That is a big advantage, you know. City will feel what Arsenal felt without Gabriel and Saliba. I don't know who's injured. I don't know if they are injured or not. I actually don't know if they are who's injured. I don't know what Gavardiol, what's the situation of Gavardiol. I actually don't know. By the way, Amram is gonna get sacked soon, and the cycle is gonna restart. Gavardiol, let me see. Gavardiol injured. Pep Guardiola, it said it doesn't look good. Damn. He said it doesn't look good. Oh, shit, man. So City have to go now and buy Gahey then. City have to go now and buy Gahey. Is it a hamstring injury or what? Is it a knee or a hamstring injury? I don't know. Was it a hamstring injury or a knee injury? I don't know. I actually don't know. It's an ankle ligament. It's an ankle ligament or a calf injury, probably. City are going to go and spend and try to get a center back now. City are going to go and try to get a center back, actually. If Gavardiol and Diaz out, wow. Look at this. City Extra are saying that now we have 9 players injured. Right? They are saying they have 9 players injured. That's City Extra. Savinho, Ruben Diaz, Oscar Bob, John Stones, Nico Gonzalez, Jasko Gavardiol, Mateo Kovacic. City don't have the depth to compete with Arsenal, yes, but again, it's a choice. Big up my man, Adam. If Man City should somehow win this league, then Pep owns Arteta and Arsenal, Gavardiol out, Ruben Diaz out, Nico out, Stones out. As it stands, City are not winning the league. As it stands, Man City are not going to win the league. I don't understand. If they win the league, it's a massive bottle job by Arsenal. It's a massive bottle job by Arsenal if they win the league, 100%. City are going to go and spend more money in January. I don't know why Arsenal shouldn't spend money in January. They should, I don't know. And by the way, that injuries thing that City talk about, we went through it already. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the injuries, to be honest, for City. In my opinion, it's just I'm not going to talk about the injuries for City. People didn't give. Football YouTube. Why? See? Why is that? Why? I actually think there's a lot of people that won't find anything to talk about. By the way, I genuinely believe that people will not find anything to talk about. Nothing. People will not find anything to talk about. Nothing. Nothing to talk about. There is a lot of people that build all their talk about cooking Arsenal. That's it. Cook Arsenal, cook Arsenal, cook Arsenal, cook Arsenal, cook Arsenal. That's what they do. And people are gonna and the Arteta out, Arteta in thing is gonna end. So what are people gonna talk about, bro? What are people gonna sit and talk about? They can't say the manager is a fraud if Arsenal win the league. What are they gonna say? Are they gonna say Arsenal are good, or are they gonna move the goalposts? Do you think they're gonna move the goalposts? Yeah, but you haven't won the Champions League. He must win the Champions League. Yeah, but he stayed sick. He must retain the title. But he must retain the title. You know that. But he hasn't retained the title yet. He's a fraud. It took him 1 billion to win one league title. They moved the goalpost for Jurgen Klopp, though. They did. So they're going to move it for Mikel Arteta and Arthur if they win the league. We don't know yet. If they win the Premier League. But we don't know yet. We don't know yet. But I know the internet will never, you know what, where the internet will never, ever recover, huh? You guys know where the internet will never recover. If Arsenal win the Champions League, it will never recover. There are some people that might stop actually watching YouTube forever. It will never recover. Big up, my man. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. We're actually on 225 likes. Can we get the likes up? Right? Amazing how both teams, City tied, were weakened. They are too far behind to rescue it with the January transfers. You don't think that they will be able to transfer, to actually fix it with a transfer? You actually think that, you don't think that they can fix it with transfer? A center back and a winger might get Chelsea, might get City. Also, Rodri today played very well, actually. I thought Rodri was fantastic. Was very, very good. But I don't know why. Is it because if you say this, because if my guy here says this, if my guy says that he doesn't think that Arsenal can actually, like City cannot fix it, yeah, Luis, if you think, Luis, that they can't fix it, right, with that means you think the problem is in the tactics or the mentality, that it's not about the players, it's not about the injuries that use it. So I want to hear this from you, because if you say it's not fixable by transfers, that means it's tactical or mentality. Now, it's either the tactical aspect of the game is not good from Pep Guardiola, which is no one here can sit and say that Pep Guardiola is not the best coach in the world, or you say it's a mentality issue, and Rodri told us that City have the best mentality on planet Earth. So it's one of them. So because otherwise it's just Pep doesn't have the tools and they need more tools to work with. So I want to hear what you think, actually. Because, like, what is your point here? Is Pep bad? Do they have the not mentality to win the title, or what? So how is it not fixable by transfers? Is it? They don't have the winning mentality? They can't embed that winning thing in their mind? Because we know that Pep Guardiola, if he's given tools, the guy's a genius, right? Like, we know that Pep Guardiola is a ridiculous coach. He's a mad genius. We know that. We've seen it plenty of times, right? So if they go and splash money in January and get a center back, because they have a left back. I think Matthias Nunes is good enough right back. I thought Nico O'Reilly is a good left back. They have Nouri. Rodri is back. They have Foden. They have Shirky. They have Reinders, who's playing well. They have the best striker in the world now in Erling Haaland. And they have Doku, who's playing all right. So if they get a Semenyo, which is a good winger, and they get a center back, that on paper should solve their problems. So I don't understand your logic, Lewis. So you hear me when I'm saying that I don't think there is basis to this, actually. Hear me out. It might sound unreal, but I think Man City will win the treble and we will be there at the end of the season. Adam. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. And then you woke up in Nigeria. Big up to all the Nigerian people. And then you woke up and you found the cover was not covering you and it was too cold and it was a dream. You think that City will win a treble this season? Well, if that happens, I think that is actually crazy. If that happens, City will win a treble this season. You think this City team can win you think this City team can win a treble? Really? Hear me out. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. You can I ask you guys for real? You're not good. You're not great. You're just okay. You asked me, my man Lion King, you asked me, I think you are okay. You clicked, you did well, but I don't think you are as good as Arsenal. Like, how are you gonna, like, what is your logic behind a treble other than dreaming, right? You're dreaming though. Yeah. Mo, you know O'Reilly was limping before Gavardiol injury. Really? Nico O'Reilly was limping. Are they collapsing in terms of injuries? I hope not. Because you know that people are gonna absolutely change the goalpost. If Arsenal win this league, they're gonna say they won it because City had injuries, but they won't tell you that they said that Arsenal will bottle it just before Sunderland. I'm telling you, do you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something. I actually saw people tweet yesterday that Arsenal will bottle the league when Gabriel made that mistake. People said, oh, the Bozo gene is back. The Arsenal are gonna bottle the league. The tweets were out and they were sent. They were sent. We saw it. I saw it on Twitter. Big accounts. Here you go. The bottle jobs arrived. Arsenal will bottle this league. The Bozo gene is back. Verbatim. And I'm sure they deleted verbatim. Gabriel Bozo gene is back. Arsenal are crumbling. Genuinely. Because Gabriel made a mistake. Fine. He made a mistake. That was a Bozo moment. Here you go. See, I love this. Luis. Thank you, Habibi. Appreciate you so much. They can fix it with few transfer windows, but not just January. Catch up to Arsenal 11 and depth. Buy too many players at once and they won't gel. Okay? But City were playing well just before the Sunderland game, by the way. They were playing okay. They weren't playing magnificent. They weren't so much in control, which is I said in the Sunderland game. But I thought that before that, they started keeping clean sheets. By the way, Donnarumma is, in the goal that Enzo scored, Donnarumma saved it twice, actually. Actually, Donnarumma improved his playing from the back massively. So I think it's not about City as much as about Arsenal, though. I think, Lewis, it is not about, because City are not playing terrible, though. City are not doing a Chelsea or a Liverpool or a Man United. City are not playing terrible, which is, I don't want anyone to mistake in what I say, that I'm saying that City are playing terrible football. They aren't playing. City create chances. City move the ball well. Rodri played well today. The problem is there are a little bit of tactical changes that I think Pep Guardiola is doing, that sometimes the games are moving away from him. That's what I think. I don't think they are terrible. Man City, I never said they're terrible. Terrible would be like 10, 15 points behind Arsenal, like Chelsea or Liverpool. Liverpool are 14 points behind Arsenal. Holy shit. Title contenders Chelsea are 18 points behind Arsenal after 20 game weeks. Bro, the fall down is mad. Is mad. Bro, I just remember when we were having discussions about Chelsea being 2 points behind Arsenal. I remember it like yesterday. 18 points. 18. Man, what's the point, man? Even the guitar is not helping. What's the point? Man, what's the point? Where's the Hamza video when you need it? Where is the Hamza video when you need it? We know it's a joke, Azia. Azia, it's a joke. You know it's a joke. You know it's a joke. You know it's a joke. Ma huwa HM. We need to have the jokes. We need to have the jokes a little bit to actually have a little bit fun. And then you want the show to be like, she's all serious. And again, I'm asking for 300 likes. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for 300 likes. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm so freaking hungry, you know? I'm so freaking hungry. But I think, Lewis, it's not about City. City can improve. City can, in the next 18 games, City can get more points than what they got. Right? But I don't think they can catch Arsenal. I don't think, because I think Arsenal are more consistent than them. Wallahi, I don't know what's for dinner. I don't know what's for dinner. To be honest with you. The wife was out and I don't know what's for dinner yet. Chicken probably today, chicken. My wife made noodles yesterday. Holy shit. She made stir-fry noodles, beef. Oh my word. Oh my God. Better than all the restaurant noodles. Like I swear to God, and I'm not joking, it was better than all the noodles that I had in restaurants. It was crazy, actually. Beef noodles with like steak meat. Shit. She made noodles that oh my God. It was nuts. It was nuts. Beef noodles is crazy, actually. So Lewis, back to the football. Forget that I'm dreaming about the noodles. Forget the noodles. I'm actually now thinking that City, even if they fix it, City number one, City aren't in crisis to fix it. Right? City don't have crisis actually to fix it. Like City just can get better with some signings. I think with some tactical tweaks, City can get better actually. Mo, is there a criteria for someone new to make it into one of your live stream panels? No. No, there is not criteria. Everyone is welcome. There's a lot of viewers that actually made it to the call-in shows and actually MHF. You have Amir that actually makes it to MHF. Just DM me on Twitter and Instagram. The problem is currently as it stands on my channel, you guys know I don't do a lot of live shows now. I do once per day. So the panels are like the counter views panel. There is the Wednesday panel. There is the Thursday panel. There is a Tuesday panel. And there's a Friday panel. So a little bit, you know what I mean? It's a little bit. Oh my God. Best name on YouTube. So just DM me and we'll find time. We'll find a way. We'll find time to get a call-in show or to get you on MHF especially. This is the name of the day. This is the name of the day. The name of the day. Footy Judge Mrs. Mo channel. That's a fantastic name. Footy Judge Mrs. Mo channel. Or Foodie Mrs. Judge Mo. Yeah, fantastic name. Appreciate you. 50 likes to 300. I actually think that Arsenal can get better as well. Arsenal can get better. We haven't played our best side once this. I actually think that they can. Arsenal can get better. You felt like remarrying her again. 100%. 100%. 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going to ban you, Fonzie. I'm going to absolutely time you out, you fraud, on the chat. I'm going to time you out. on the chat. I'm gonna time you out. Stop being fraudulent. Stop being fraudulent. Thank you so much for that donation, actually. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for dropping the $10. Appreciate you so much, my man. Thank you so much. Right? Appreciate you. People forget that City, can we talk about the super chats and the football, the people that spent their hard-earned money to get involved in the show, you fraud, Fonzie? People forget that City were only 2 points behind Arsenal. But Arsenal were 7 points ahead of Man City. Now it's 6 behind Arsenal. Arsenal was scraping wins. Now the gap has increased. The narrative has completely changed within 1 week. That's football. 100% that. You know what I mean? However, in the same time, City had this 6-game winning streak. 4 of them, they kept clean sheets and they looked absolutely good. Right? Absolutely good. But I still thought that it's not about City, it's about Arsenal. I actually looked at this Arsenal team and I titled my video yesterday that this Arsenal team look different. Like I titled this yesterday that this Arsenal team look different. And I titled it this. So if I'm looking at this, I trusted Arsenal more than criticizing City. Like I thought that Arsenal were good enough to keep it going because I thought that when Odegaard comes back, it will get better, blah, blah, blah. All this talk that you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So US Gunnar, it was me about trusting Arsenal this season looking different, the depth, blah, 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 all this talk. You know the drill, right? So it wasn't about, like, I thought that City would be okay. And I thought that City dropped points in games that I thought they would drop points at, you know? I don't think that City are a little bit exceeding my expectations, but currently it evened itself out with, because I thought they would win against Chelsea. I thought they might drop points against Sunderland. Sorry, I thought they might drop points away at Crystal Palace. They won. So they equalized that with Sunderland. And then now it evened itself out. I thought they might drop points away at Fulham, but they dropped points again at Chelsea. So for me, it evened itself out again. You know what I mean? Currently, as it stands, Arsenal are probably exactly where I thought they would be, 45, 48 points halfway through the season, something similar. I thought the Arsenal would get the 90 points this season. So the Arsenal are doing exactly what I expected them to do. The ones that are, I thought that they will be better than this. I thought that Liverpool will be halfway through the season on 48 points. So I thought that Liverpool would break that 90 points based on the signings, based on like how they played last season, blah, 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 the new signings, Isak and all these guys. Liverpool are the ones that are, like Arsenal supposedly supposed to be second now, 2 points behind Liverpool or something. That is my expectation throughout the season. And City were supposed to be third. Chelsea were supposed to be on like 40, 42 points, something like this now, but they are on 35 points. So that Arsenal are doing exactly what I expected. City are doing even itself out. So they are doing what I expected. Liverpool are the team that is supposed to be first now or second or around the same points as Arsenal. So Liverpool are the ones that are failing for me more than anyone else in the league currently, right? That is what I think. Chelsea are how many points? Exactly. Chelsea are like, for me, Chelsea as, let me just get the table. Chelsea are basically about 9 points or 8 points. Because I said that Chelsea maybe should end the season on like an 80 points, 79, 78 points, 10 points behind the league leader, single digits. If Arsenal win with 90, if Liverpool win with 90, I thought that Chelsea, because I thought that Chelsea would be challenging and then the transfer window happened. And so I said they won't challenge, they will be behind. But currently Chelsea are on course to get like 59 points. You know how disastrous that is. Mo, am I allowed to join your live or no? Everyone is allowed. As long as you have a camera and a setup, you're allowed. As long as you have a camera and a setup, you are allowed. As long as you're respectful, as long as you have a camera, you're allowed. 100%. Guys, can we hear the man and actually hit that like button and get to 300 likes live? Can we get to 300 likes live now? Can we get that? It's not that hard to get to 300 likes live. Yeah, there is like 40 likes left. I'm sure there's 100 of you that haven't liked the video yet. And can we get? I really want to get close to 49 because I want to get to 50K maybe by the end of the month. So if you haven't liked the video, the like button pushes the video, and also share it, hype it. So let's go. Mo, Arsenal have 4 less goals than City's amazing attack. Arsenal and City have, but also, so are you gonna do the opposite then? And also City have only conceded 4 more goals than the Arsenal's amazing defense. You gotta do the opposite though. You gotta do it both ways. You have to be honest. I gotcha. So if you're gonna mock City for you having only 4 goals less than them, you have to say that they also have 4 goals conceded, only 4 goals conceded more than the mighty Arsenal with the defense. With injuries in defense. With Nico O'Reilly and Matthias Nunes as right back and left back. Gotcha. Like, you gotta do it both ways. But you cannot banter without having to take it. Right? So you have to do that. Right? Like, if you're gonna mock them, T, you lost to the L super chat. I got you there. I got you there. See? Right? Man, just DM me on Twitter and Instagram. We'll try to get I have to get a call-in show. In the FA Cup time, I'll do a call-in show. There is gonna be a break from the Premier League, about 2 weeks for the FA Cup shit that like teams are gonna play like lower league teams. We can do like actual call-in show. We can get everyone. It's just hard to get into the panels now, and I'm being completely honest. It is hard to get on the panels now. It's very, very hard to get in the panels. I will get a call-in show soon. I will 100%. I will get a call-in show soon. You know what I mean? I need to. I need to hear from you guys. I need to hear from the people in this comment section. I need to hear from you guys. It is a gotcha because, see, don't change the goalpost, Luku. Don't change the goalpost. T here, and big up for the donation, T. Right? He was talking about the attack. Fonzie, have you ever called in Ossam's show? Have you ever called in Ossam on the halftime show? Ever? Have you ever called in for Ossam's show? Damn. With a camera or with no camera? I've never seen you, bro. Oh, you're camera shy. Are you a camera shy? Are you camera shy? Are you or are you not camera shy? T, big up T. Are you camera shy? I don't know if you are. Mo, I'm only saying it because they were ignoring center back depth, thinking that they would continue 5-4 to win the league while Arsenal were doing 1-0. I get your point. But in the same time, I think City's defense have improved, right? Like, City's defense have improved. So we gotta admit that I remember in the beginning of the season, the difference was a lot between City and Arsenal. But the difference has improved. However, City still concede chances. But Donnarumma is literally keeping them out a lot, like keeping them in games and actually getting the ball out of the net. His shot stopping have improved massively, actually. I'm going to check something, actually. I'm going to check the XG conceded, actually. Have Arsenal closed the gap on City it's a little bit, no, it's the same gap, but with more games. So that means City's, the trajectory was going towards 7, and it is staying at 7. I hope that makes sense to you. Like in terms of chances conceded in XG, I think you were on 7 and City were on 15, and now you are on 15 and City are on 22. So you guys went on the same direction over the last like 10, 11 games. You guys conceded the same amount of chances. And that's why the gap collapsed a little bit in terms of goals conceded. Because I think City, if let's do in the last, I don't know how many games, let's see. In the last, Chelsea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? City in 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6. In the last 6 games, City have conceded 1, 2. City have only conceded 2 goals in the last 6 games. Before that, they conceded 4 against Fulham and 2 against Leeds and 2 against Newcastle. But so in the last games, Arsenal have conceded in the last 6 games 2, 3, 4, 5. So Arsenal conceded 5 and City conceded 2. So that's what collapsed the gap a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what made the gap a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. The gap have shrunk. Shrunk a little bit. You know what I mean? So the reality is, Arsenal attack have improved. City's attack have lost its clinicality. Like City haven't been clinical. City created chances against Sunderland, they couldn't finish. They created chances against Chelsea, they couldn't finish. So if you look at this, they haven't been clinical enough lately. In terms of big chances created, actually, has it big chances? Wow. Arsenal have closed the gap massively on City, actually. It's 62 versus 65 now. Arsenal have climbed into the second. I think that maybe that's since Odegaard came back. Expected goals, Arsenal are now only 1 XG behind City. Damn. That is... That is a little bit... So you see that Arsenal attack have actually closed the gap massively between them and Manchester City. Damn, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that happening. In terms of big chances missed, they're very close to each other. No, Arsenal are not more clinical than City. City have missed 42 big chances. Arsenal have missed 41. So they are very close to each other if you want to ask the question. Mo, that's why O'Reilly couldn't chase Gusto, because he was injured. It didn't look right. Nico O'Reilly didn't look right, actually, at the end. But again, he was flat-footed. And it's not about the injuries. He was flat-footed, without a shadow of a doubt, he was. Nico O'Reilly was definitely flat-footed. Definitely flat-footed. He was flat-footed. Guys, we're very close to 300 likes before I end the stream. Adam, I'm very sorry. Is it possible to join your live stream now? I'm actually about to end. Actually, I've been here for, I'm closing on a 2-hour live stream, which is actually, yeah, it's been great. It has been fantastic with people getting involved with everyone donating to that channel, with people getting involved with, we actually read a lot of comments that are not even super chats, actually. A lot of comments. A lot of comments, actually, without super chats. You know, like, without a lot, like we have read a lot of comments, actually. And actually, I like the conversation between Lion King and other City fans and Chelsea fans. And actually, they're very, very good. And these are the chats that are encouraging me. You know, people getting involved, sending comments, and actually getting involved in the chat. Right? You'll be sleepy at work tomorrow. I don't know. You're in Norway or something like this, right? It's late. I'm gonna send it to Flawless probably. I'm gonna send it to Flawless actually, but bro, can I get the 15 likes are very simple to get. Let me just see who's live. Flawless. Flawless is live. Ineos talking about Manchester United. Tomorrow, we got two things actually. We got counter views and we got Egypt to watch along. Mohamed Salah, Egypt versus Benin watch along. Big up Mo, mortgage almost complete. You're from the US. You think super chats are mortgage? Your mortgage or my mortgage? Your mortgage or my mortgage? My mortgage is far, my friend. It's far. It's far. My mortgage or your mortgage, my friend? It's far, bro. You know the drill. If you're from the US, you know. If your mortgage is almost complete, congratulations. Congratulations to you. You're always engaged and hating. Always. I still want to get the 10 likes. I still want to get the 10 likes away before I end the stream. Our mortgage. The mortgage is paid. Your mortgage is almost paid. The likes. You talk about the likes, the mortgage and the likes. Yes, 10 likes to pay the mortgage for this stream, guys. 10 likes. We reach 300 likes. We end the stream. Why are not people liking the damn video? Anyway, I'm going to send you to Flawless now. 10 likes before we end, people. Close the live chat. Hit the like button before you go. I want to appreciate everyone here. And everyone here that is supporting the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on the channel. Hit the like button. Appreciate you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. And let's Judge Moraid type in Flawless chat. Judge Moraid in Flawless chat. Let's go. Judge Moraid in Flawless chat. Adios, guys. Ma salama. Ciao, ciao. Au revoir. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye. And we'll see you guys later.